What's up, everyone? I am Outlaw, you my viewers, and together we make up the Destined Outlaws. Okay, so I have been giving Pokemon a lot of attention. Let's not forget about you yokai fans, those of you who subscribe to me for Yokai Watch. Let's talk about Yokai Watch 2, due to be released in September 30th, I believe. So, Yokai Watch 2 will be split into two separate games. One being Bony Spirits and the other one being Fleshy Souls. And these are similar to, the original Red and Blue in terms that, Red and Blue being Pokemon, but in terms that each game will have exclusive yokai. So like, certain yokai you can befriend in Bony Spirits, and certain yokai you can only befriend in Fleshy Souls, and then this one introduces trading into the yokai world. Trading is nothing new, but in terms of yokai, this is new. So therefore, in order to complete your medallion, you would need a friend who has the opposite game, or you have both games and you trade between yourselves. Well, like I should have said in the last episode, this is a 3-part series, and I actually recorded the voiceover me saying the 3-part series, but I forgot to edit it in. Yeah, this is a 3-part series. This one is being part 2, which we're gonna cover the exclusive yokai of Bony Spirits, and stay tuned for part 3 in the upcoming week. Also, if you haven't already, check out part 1, which is right here on screen. Thank you. Alright, let's kick things off here with Venoct. Venoct is an S rank yokai of the Slippery tribe, and his attribute is Lightning. An elite yokai who fights with his dragon scarf. All of his abilities are truly first class. I should have put a space there between are truly, but whatever. His attack is called Maul, and it does 80 to 120 damage. His technique is called Voltage, same amount of damage, and is a lightning attribute. His in spirit is Venoct's Blessing, which is increases an allied speed. Also, his ultimate is called Octosnake, and the skill is called Better Charge, which makes your soul meter charge at a faster rate. Sorry if you guys hear my dog barking, by the way. But here we have it, Venoct. I really like this yokai. One of my I'm very interested in this yokai. This yokai has a lot of backstory as well, involving a certain boss that we'll talk about a little later on. Okay, next up we have Tsuchi-gumo, an S rank yokai of the Eri tribe, and his attribute is Earth. A venerable traditional yokai hailing from Heian period. Whenever he feels like it, he will appear in his true giant spider form. I don't have an image of that, sorry. So maybe in a part 3 I'll include that image. Okay, so his attack is called 1-2 punch. His technique is Meteor, which is an earth type attack. His in spirit is Spider Silk Ensnare, which brings the target's speed way down, sort of like Sticky Web. His ultimate is Doton no Jutsu, which sounds a lot like a Naruto move to me. His skill is General, which his power increases with each fallen enemy, which is sort of like Moxie for those of you who play Pokemon. Moxie, the attack goes up every time an opponent is defeated. I like how he looks. His hair is sort of spiderish. Okay, next up we have Phalian, a sea rank yokai of the Mysterious tribe. His attribute is Ice. He's a yokai that makes lives of those he inspirits. Originally came into being from the lives of those who claim to be aliens. His attack is called Body Bash. His technique is called Blizzard. His in spirit is called Liar, which means you won't be targeted by the enemy. His ultimate is called Strongest Beam in Space, which sounds funny. And his skill is EM Field, which raises his defense to the max when he gets hit with a lightning type move. It's pretty interesting. He's actually just like a blue yokai wearing a UFO costume. Pretty interesting, but not all that interesting to me, to be honest. He's pretty weak. He's pretty weak to be C rank 15. His attack does 15. Well, I guess his technique is pretty strong though. Yeah, failed alien. Okay, now we have Kusakui Otoko, E rank yokai of the Shady tribe, and its attribute is Water. He's actually based on a real-life Japanese phenomenon called the herbivore men, which is a term used to describe men who have no interest in getting married or finding a girlfriend. And he looks like a hermit, sort of, I guess you could say. He's just there eating a leaf, staring into nothing, not really caring. Sort of like a weird detective. I have no information on his attack technique, spirit, ultimate, or skills. So, I guess later on maybe I'll do a follow-up video once we know more about these yokai, including their English names and things like that. Yeah, he's pretty interesting, sort of. Not too much. I feel like Bony Spirits lacks interesting yokai. Okay, now we have Nikukui Otoko, a B rank yokai of the Shady tribe. His attribute is fire. Nikukui's Otoko name is derived from carnivore man, which is the polar opposite of herbivore man, meaning he's sort of a Casanova. The other one doesn't want nothing to do with a woman or a wife, and this one wants to find a wife, wants women. In order to obtain him, you must fuse, I forgot his name already, Kusakui Otoko with Blazion, and that's how you obtain this blonde hair dashing fellow. His attack technique and spirit, ultimate, and skill I have zero information on as well. Now we have Mayoi Guruma, E-rank yokai, tough tribe, and Earth attribute. He's actually based on the Oboro Guruma, which is hazy carriage, a yokai embodied as a ghostly ox cart with a huge face, where the coachman's seat would be. This yokai roams around dark streets at night, instilling fear with the sinister creaking of its wheels. His attack is called Hit. His technique is Pebble, which is an Earth attribute. His spirit is Lost in the City, which stops the target from moving, I guess for a little while, as long as they're inspirited. His ultimate is called Here and There Along the Way, which confuses the enemy. And his skill is called Earth Camo, which lessens Earth damage. Fair enough. It's sort of like getting hit with the not very effective move, in Pokemon terms. That move Pebble, a lot of yokai seem to have that move. It's kind of weird to me. But yeah, he's a colorful yokai. I thought he would be a fire type because he had like a little puff of fire on top of his head. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We're starting to get into a little bit interesting yokai. Okay, now we have Sencha. Sencha is a portmanteau of derailment and tank in Japanese. In order to tame this yokai, you must fuse Mayor Guruma with Lead Balloon, and that's how you tame this cannon guy here. He's well designed, I think. Looks pretty cool. He's ready for battle. But anyway, his technique is Cannon Fire. His attack is Cannon Fire. His technique is Rock Slide. His spirit is Derailment, which confuses the target. His ultimate is called Aim and Fire. It is a pretty strong ultimate. But also his skill I have no information on. B-rank yokai, the tough tribe, and the tribute is Earth, like its predecessor before it. Pretty much, that's pretty much it. Not too much about him, but he is. I must say I do like his design, or hers. Okay, speaking of nice design, we have this guy right here, Muka Mukade, D-rank yokai, slippery tribe, and is a fire attribute. He's a centipede yokai who is consistently fuming. If you're inspirited, you'll get angry no matter what, and if someone asks, "Are you mad?" it'll only stoke the fire. This guy is pretty well designed. I like him. Sort of look like a angry Digimon. His attack is Beat. Technique is Fire, which is obviously a fire tribute. His in spirit is called Getting Mad, which makes a target attack its allies, which is a pretty good in spirit if you ask me. His ultimate is called Huffy Tail Slap, which is does 75 damage. But here's the kicker to this thing that I dislike. It has a high chance for critical hit and also has a high chance for missing. His skill is Revenge, which I guess sort of makes up for the ultimate. Reflects damage back to the foe. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder how much damage would it be? Would it be the same amount of damage or some damage? doesn't really say. But yeah, this is a pretty well designed yokai. So it looks like a Mushu almost from Mulan. If you guys remember that. This one here looks even more like Mushu from Mulan. Gehrke Dragon, A-Rank yokai, Slippery Tribe, and Fire Attribute. It's a yokai exploding with so much anger that it can shake the earth. If you get experienced by him, you'll forget yourself and rage around, breaking all the dishes in your house. AKA the Bruce Banner syndrome. He evolves from Muka Mukade at level 26. His attack is Clobber. Technique is Incinerate, which is a fire attribute. His spirit is Infuriate, which makes the target attack the allies. It's just like Muka Mukade. His ultimate is called Furious Dragon Strike, 180 damage, and just like Muka Mukade before it, his have a high chance for critical hit and a high chance to miss. And his skills exactly like his predecessor, Reflect, which reflects damage back to the foe, and the skill is called Revenge. I really like this yokai. It's actually my favorite so far from Bony Spirits. His design is pretty cool. His antenna is sort of like a lightning thing. Sort of like that mask, kabuki mask, I guess you could call it. His face sort of reminds me of the thing from the Fire Nation. I forgot what it's called. And he has a little puff of smoke coming out of his head, emphasizing anger. It's a pretty well designed yokai, like an angry centipede. Keeping the fire blazing, we have Jibanyan S. It's the S rank version of Jibanyan, Charming Tribe, and Fire Tribute. Jibanyan has finally his S rank debut. He became stronger and has the courage to beat up a truck, but that's all the information I have on him. He's the same like Jibanyan, just sort of more angry looking and has a Super Saiyan-esque aura around him, just like Komo-san. His attack is Sharp Claws. His technique is Blaze. His spirit is called Paralyzed Charming S. I don't know what it does, but I'm assuming it paralyzes the foe and makes him not move. His ultimate is Paws of Fury. And the skill Super Critical. I don't have an official explanation for Super Critical, but I'm assuming that his skill makes his critical hits more common. I'm assuming. I don't know really. Like I said, I'll probably do a follow-up video when I have more information on this. But yeah, Jibanyan S is pretty interesting. I've been waiting to get Jibanyan S in my Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble for like forever, and I still don't have them. So hopefully in Bony Spirits I can get them. Okay, let's cool thing down a bit. And let's move on here to Robonyan Model F, an A-Rank yokai of the Tough Tribe, and his attribute is Ice. Robonyan Model F is an upgraded version of Robonyan from a further future, and I believe he makes his first appearance in episode 74, and he challenges Robonyan to a thing sort of like the regular Robonyan and Jibanyan did. They did a race or whatever it was. So Model F challenges regular Robonyan to the thing. He's blue. I don't know. I'm used to Robonyan more, but they're still pretty cool. But his attack, technique, and spirit, ultimate, and skill have no information of, other than obviously his technique is going to be Ice. Continue on the trend of every single yokai so far. Whatever their tribute is, their technique usually matches that attribute. He's sort of like a black and white cat, but blue and white instead. Pretty interesting looking, I guess, but I like Sailor Nyan a little better. Okay, so now we have Slimeomander, an A-Rank yokai of the Shady tribe, and his attribute is Fire. About a fire yokai in Bony Spirits. Just like in Fleshy Souls with SV Staggerjag, I believe this is a younger version of Slimeomander, which actually you can befriend. I guess he's less angry or something. He's a huge snake-like yokai with 3 big mouth heads and skin thicker than elephants. Aim for the eye and its mouth, which that's his weak spot, obviously. And his attack is called Soul Smash. Technique is Incinerate, which is a pretty common technique. There's like 3rd or 4th yokai seen with it. His spirit is Grilling, which burns the foe and steadily drains their HP. His ultimate is Furious Triple Headbutt, and his skill is Triple Head, which is a very this is a pretty good skill to have. His technique hits all opponents, so that's good for grinding, using Slimeomander and Bony Spirits. Okay, and last but not least, we have here Red J, an A rank yokai, Charming Tribe, and yet again another fire tribute. Now it was brought to my attention in my last episode in the comments that Red J is not available in Yokai Watch 2, and upon further research, I saw that he is available in Yokai Watch 2. There's an update to Oni mode. Oni mode is when for those of you who played Yokai Watch 1, it's when the Gilgaros comes chasing you, and the whole place turns weird or whatever. So there's been an update to Oni mode, and Red J is in Oni mode. So he is available in Yokai Watch 2, and specifically Bony Spirits, just like Mighty Dog is in Fleshy Souls. Red J is a very violent and vicious yokai. He showed no qualms when destroying a young boy's village and caused him to become the yokai Venoct. He'd also showed a cocky and arrogant disposition, referring to Venoct as a child, and even after his defeat at the hands of the latter, he taunted him by describing Mighty Dog as his subordination to him. And attack technique and spirit's ultimate and skill have no information on. And this is actually his friend form. He has two forms. One is the boss form, which was in I don't know which game, but he became befriendable, I believe, in Busters, and then in an update to Oni mode, he's available in Bony Spirits in the North American version. Based on what I read in my research. So yeah, him and Venoct are the most interesting yokai in Bony Spirits, since their story is connected. Red J actually made Venoct. It's pretty interesting to know. And I was gonna say Venoct is ice, but no, Venoct is lightning. So it's pretty interesting though. And it's funny that even though he's the one that made Venoct the thing, he's an A rank, yet Venoct is an S rank. So it's pretty interesting. He's cool looking. He's an angry looking Jibanyan on steroids. His belt has little dynamite sticks, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I like the little swirl design coming up from his leg and wrist there. Looks pretty interesting. Okay, so this is the part where I tell you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you see, pause the fury that like button, and also subscribe so you never miss another video. And share with your families and friends, get the word out there. Just Yokai Watch 2 coverage is pretty minimal. Also, if you guys made it this far into the video, I would like to know, I want to hear from you guys, which of these yokais that I covered are your favorite? Which one are you most interested in? Which one you dislike the most? And which one do you want to use on your team? Like, which one are you looking forward to befriending? Let me know in the comments down below, please. Also on screen here, I will have two links, one to a Pokemon related video, and the other one to a playlist of my Yokai Watch videos I have done, which is mainly Wibble Wobble, and there'll be more to come in the future. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I am Outlaw, you are my viewers, and I see you guys in the next episode.